you start your YouTube channel and then you decide to pivot your niche. So what happens to your analytics during that time? Real quick, I'm Johnny. I'm learning all things YouTube, documenting my entire YouTube growth journey, building my personal brand, and creating freedom for my family. And I'm doing all this so that I can also help you grow in your channels as well. So with that said, let's jump right in. Okay, so it's been about a week since I started my new version of my YouTube channel with YouTube Growth Personal Branding. And I just want to show what my analytics look like for the time period, the last 365 days, the time of where I was doing coding videos, and then the time updated to my restart in September after a mini month break trying to figure out what I wanted to do with YouTube. So some of the things I learned that I want to share with you is number one, if you need to pivot, do so, because you have to find something that motivates you. You have to find something that feels authentic to you. And if what you're sharing doesn't feel authentic, you are going to burn out. I only did it after 5 days and I already felt that I was getting boxed in. I felt like it was not going to be me. I felt that I was going to run out of stuff to say, or I just didn't feel comfortable, or it wasn't exciting to me anymore. And so that's why I pivoted. But I did learn that the hardest part of that pivot, I wasn't thinking about the analytics because I'm still brand new and I'm still learning and I'm still trying to document. But one of the hardest things that I learned to do was just the mindset. I kept thinking, well, if I switch niches right now, it's going to affect me. And that mentality just holds you back even more. And it's not going to make you feel real like you as a person. And I don't want that for myself. And so the hardest part was thinking, how am I going to do the switch? Should I do the switch? What happens when you choose a different niche? Oh my goodness, I have to restart the entire process all over. And that's just far away from the truth. The truth is you're finding yourself as you're building, you're trying to see and realize what is exciting to you at this moment in time frame. And so pivoting your niche is okay. I'm going to share with you my first week analysis of what that looks like, my analytics, and hopefully empower you that if you're not feeling authentic while you're sharing your topics, while you're expressing yourself or making your YouTube videos and growing, if you don't feel authentic and you just feel like you need to change niches, then just go do so. Experiment until you find something that hits. A lot of gurus say post your videos and see what sticks out there with the audience and what the audience is demanding, which is completely true. But at the same token, you want to feel what makes sense to you. You want to see what's authentic to you. And this way, it prevents you from not pushing forward with something that you're probably going to burn out later on. Just keep experimenting with video. Find the cross between what the audience wants and what really excites you and how you can share your experiences. The other part of it is I shared in one of my videos, and I'll link that right here in the description, was what things are holding you back. You do not need any fancy equipment or anything like that. Like I'm recording this on my iPhone and I am using this mic, which is great by the way, but you don't need any fancy things. Honestly, you can just use your iPhone itself, do minimal edits and just post on there. Don't let anything stop you and just push forward. But let's go ahead and get right into my analytics, and hopefully this gives you clarity on what that looks like when you change your niche. All right, so here's my channel. This is the entire year from January 1st through today. This entire portion right here is where I was struggling to figure out when to start, how to start. I had these anxieties, these fears about starting. I'm too old. Why are people going to listen to me? I just feel looking at this right now that I spent this entire time just wasting it when I could have been actually posting videos and content out. So yeah, you can see I went through it, but I'm happy that I was able to overcome all that. And you can see this part right here, which is from May through the beginning part of June, is where I took workshops from a lot of other content creators in YouTube, and I found that motivation. I follow people like Gabe Bolt or Alexa Serenoya, Think Media, Omar El Takori, and watching a lot of this stuff and going through their workshops, I really got that strength, finally that push that I needed to just get going and just press start. And so hopefully I'm here to do the same thing for you. I really want you to just start. It doesn't matter. Forget all those fears, and I just want you to start. Otherwise, you look back at what I'm looking at, and this is an entire year of content that I could have been posting, possibly growing my channel and creating that freedom that I'm looking for sooner. And so that's okay. That's how we learn. And that's why I'm here to show you what that looks like. And this is the entire 2025 views, watch time hours, and subscribers that I have. 3 of these subscribers I know were classmates. I have an unlisted video that I got 3 subscribers from. So right now, currently I'm at 21 subscribers, 21 subs. Watch time hours, I'm at 37.8, and views, I'm at 607 for the year of 2025. But in order to get monetized, you need 1,000 subs, you need 4,000 watch hours in the span of 365 days. That's rolling, right? That's a rolling time period, which means any point from the present time, 365 days back, that's when it counts. So up until today, I'm at 607 views, watch time hours 37.8, subs 18, I'm sorry, subs 21. If I record this video in 2 weeks, then my rolling time period to meet those requirements of 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours would be anywhere from 365 days before up until when I'm recording the video, or at that time frame that I'm trying to measure. So it's a rolling time period. With that said, this is what this looks like. You can see my first video was posted in June 17th, and I posted 5 coding videos. These are the first 5 coding videos. You can see that there's a break right here, and these are my new YouTube growth and personal branding videos. These first 5 videos, I had a great time doing them. My first one was how I switched careers to software engineering, which if you got my first video, my pivot, you'll see that I was in sales and I transitioned over to software engineering. I wasn't very consistent, right? I was posting every 7 to 10 days. And for the goals that I have now, which I at least want a minimum want to post weekly, right? At least minimum once every 7 days. But I'm actually shooting for 2 or 3 videos per week. And I'm really making that effort to do so. But as I started going through all of these, I felt not authentic. And if you haven't watched my video on why I pivoted, I'll link that in the description again. But I just didn't feel authentic. I didn't feel like I was being creative, even though I love to code. I mean, off camera, I can sit here and I can build a website, I can build an application, and I really enjoyed doing it. It's fun. But it was different when I went on YouTube and I was talking about it and I was trying to teach it. I don't mind helping people learn to code, but I found myself that I just wasn't excited by it. And in this period right here, you can see after I posted this last video, August 7th. Now I remember this clearly because I went on a cruise with my family. Once I did that video, it was like I wasn't motivated to film that one. And I didn't know kind of why that reason was. I went back to kind of feeling, is this right for me? Is this what it's going to feel the entire time and the entire process? When I got back, I sat down on my desk and I just really tried to figure out what was happening. Once I picked the niche that I wanted to pursue, I was eager to learn more and more about YouTube growth. And you can see right here, these are just spikes of my last 5 videos, the coding videos. But there was a nice little break right over here that where I was just trying to fix my YouTube banner, trying to come up with a content pillar so that I can, there's a lot of talk about burning out. And so I wanted to get some pillars that really met with what I was feeling and really allows me to be creative. So I was trying to organize my entire channel and just rebranding everything again, picking new colors and a whole bunch of other stuff. And I made my first video, right? What you can see right here, which is I pivoted my YouTube niche after just 5 videos. So as it stands, yes, 607 views, watch time hours at 37.8, subscribers at 21. I'm going to switch this to the content view because this is going to give you a little bit more info on there. So impressions are, well, let's start off with views. Views are the amount of views you're getting for your videos, right? Impressions are when people are scrolling and your content goes through that scroll and they actually see it. It's called an impression. So I have 14.7K impressions. Now, impressions click-through rate is how many of these impressions get an actual click. And I know 2.6% is a bit on the lower end, but again, it's okay because I'm learning. I'm starting this out and I'm trying to figure things out. So my goal is to increase that as I'm getting better at my title creations, as I'm getting better at my thumbnails. And the average view duration, this is basically when people are watching, how long they're staying for. And here I got 3 minutes and 44 seconds on there. And so I think a better explanation, I think if you hover over any of these, it gives you a quick explanation of these. Yeah, here you go. So average view duration here, estimated average minutes watched per view for the selected content date range. So how many people are watching, yeah, the average, how long they're watching for. Now, if I flip over to just the coding part of it, I'm going to here at June 1st through September 20th, that's when I was just doing software engineering and coding videos. Because I pivoted different niches, I want to actually show you what that looks like in real time. The portion where I was just doing coding videos itself. And if I have it here, here you go. So June 1st through September 20th, this is the time frame where I was just focusing on YouTube or on software engineering and coding. And you can see these 5 videos right here. And again, posted not really consistent, but at least trying to keep up with, what I thought was consistent. And that's okay to do so. Okay, for this time frame, you can see that there's 414 views. The impressions are at 9.4. Impressions click-through rate is at 2.6, and then we have the average view duration at 4 minutes and 19 seconds, which is pretty good. These are some pretty good numbers. At least I think for me starting this is pretty decent, and compared to the rest of the year where I didn't have anything. Once I hit this video right here, this is the time when I said I took the cruise and all that. There's little spikes in here that I got views from these past 5 videos. But if I fast forward this part, and actually before I actually get there, I do want to click over to the audience tab. And if I just scroll down here, I want to see where these viewers are coming from. Okay, so how viewers are finding your videos. Suggested videos 38%, YouTube search 22%. So YouTube search terms used by viewers on YouTube to find your content. Awesome. I have heard that browse features is one that you want to have the percentage the highest. This is traffic from the homepage, home screen, and the subs feed. One thing to work at is to figure out how to get browse features a percentage a little bit higher. So I'm gonna do some research on that and I'll share with you what that looks like. All right, so let's go over to the second half, right? After I switched my niche, I pivoted. You see there's nothing going on here. I have no videos posted. My first video now comes in September 30th after I've already pivoted my niche and all that stuff. So I have 3 videos right here. I said I was trying to be consistent, but here I have October 6th, I have October 8th, and then I'm gonna have this video out hopefully today. So I'm trying to keep that up, at least having 2 to 3 videos per week, but at minimum 1 video per week. And for this time frame right now, from we'll say September 21st through today, I have 191 views, 5.3K impressions. The click-through rate is at 2.7, which I believe is slightly higher for a longer time period that I have. So that just means that, you know, my thumbnail, my titles have increased slightly. It also means that I have less views, less impressions on there. So I'm still going to be testing this out. Again, this is the first video analysis and after my first week after pivoting my niche. So, and then my average view duration is 2 minutes and 31 seconds. Now, if I scroll down, I do want to share something with you. And that is, as I'm measuring these analytics, I'm trying to figure out how to increase my click-through rate and my average view duration and trying to get YouTube to push me to more people. I was thinking about this. So I have the 5 coding videos and I have 3 YouTube growth videos. What happens with those 5 videos that I did in coding? And I was trying to figure out answers on, should I unlist those? Should I remove those and make them private and just have YouTube share the 3 YouTube growth videos? I was gonna test something out and then in a couple weeks or 3 weeks or so, jump on another video and let you know what the results were. Basically, I wanna unlist these 5 videos right here. If I unlist these right here, will that help the YouTube algorithm push my content to the correct people? Because right now I feel like I have a mix of people getting both my content, and that could possibly be hurting my growth. And so I'm not really sure, but I am going to test that, and I'm going to go ahead and unlist those today and see what happens. I want to go back and make sure, you know, as I'm looking through it, that I'm doing that correctly and just do a little bit more research. But I will be unlisting those videos and then doing that test and releasing a video out after I run that. But if I go back to the main portion of this, which is for the last, or for this entire year, I have 607 views. Well, since it's a 365 rolling day period, right, I'm gonna go ahead and just put last 365 days, but I didn't post anything in that beginning part of it. But for the sake of keeping it within the last 365 days based on the requirements to get monetized, 607 views, 37.8 watch time hours, and I have 21 subscribers at the moment. Seeing those analytics, it's just crazy to me. You know, you get to see your entire process. So you can see nothing on my first part of the year, and then you see when I hit record and I posted my first video. Looking back at all that, I can think about all those moments where I was just struggling to figure out how to start. Quite frankly, it just feels exciting to me that I'm already here and just posting, right? You know, creating content and helping you guys grow your channels. If this gave you some value, it gave you some motivation to change it up if you need to, hit subscribe on there for me. That helps me out in my journey and growing as well. And I get to know what kind of content you like. One thing, if you're a busy parent, busy adult, late bloomer, and you want to just get started on YouTube, I'm going to have a YouTube starter kit for busy adults and for busy parents in my link in the description below. Also, if you didn't see my last video on how to pick a niche, you can check that out right here.